The salon was designed for the perfect picture. Neon wall, spotless mirrors, ring lights in every corner. The styling chairs looked like thrones, except one. In the back, near the storage room, sat Mayla's wheelchair. Black, fat, with vitiligo on her hands and face. She never appeared in the Princess Day videos, never showed up in the salon's reels. Still, she was the only one who truly listened to the people who sat with her. When the owner decided she didn't fit the luxury storefront and started hiding her from clients, he had no idea he was erasing the very stylist holding the salon's reputation by a hair strand. Before she ended up in a wheelchair, Mayla had spent many years on her feet. Long nights in tiny neighborhood salons, too much formaldehyde on her hands, too many burned strands trying to tame what people called bad hair. Vitiligo started small, a little patch on one finger, then spread across her hands, then crept up to her face. Along with it came the sideways looks. When she was hired by a fancy salon in an upscale neighborhood, she thought she had finally made it. But she quickly realized that there, it wasn't enough to be good with scissors. You also had to decorate the scene. At first, Mayla believed her chair being in the back was just a matter of space. The more magazine cover colleagues stayed up front, near the big glass window and the neon sign. She thought, it's fine. What matters is working. Days went by, and the situation slowly changed color, like the highlights she kept fixing. Every time a new Instagram-obsessed client walked in, the receptionist did the same little script. Today, you'll go with Lari. She has a super fashion vibe. Look at her feed. Mayla noticed a pattern. When the client was more ordinary, hair really damaged or arrived without an appointment, then she'd hear, "Mayla, can you take this one for me? I'm full." One day, she overheard the owner talking to a cosmetics brand near the front desk. "We really care about our team's aesthetic. The girls have a storefront look. They match our visual identity." Girls. In that generic plural, she knew she wasn't included. On a Monday, during a quick meeting, he decided to be clearer. Guys, just a positioning thing for filming content, photos, videos, campaigns with influencers. I'll prioritize whoever fits the salon's image more. Mayla, you stay mostly with walk-ins and heavy chemical work. You're great with damage. That kind of thing. As if dealing with destroyed hair and shattered self-esteem was some technical basement and not the heart of the job. Mayla pretended to write something down, but inside she felt that familiar sting from when someone scans you from head to toe and hangs you on a mental hanger. Useful, but not to show. The following weeks were a parade of stories. Blondes in the front mirror, perfect makeup, close-ups on shine, not a single shot of the wheelchair in the back or of the vitiligo-marked hands applying cream to the people the salon didn't think were post-worthy. What no one noticed was a quiet shift in the flow. The clients who walked in, ashamed of their own hair, didn't come back for the others. They came back only for her. The turning point began with a receptionist's mistake. Late Saturday, packed salon, influencer running late, schedule a mess. A woman came in wearing a loose t-shirt, hair in transition. Half curly, half straight, the look of someone who'd heard, "Your hair is difficult," too many times. The receptionist checked the list, saw that none of the front stars had a slot. The only one available was Mayla in the back. "Do you mind going with Mayla? She's great with treatments," she said automatically. "As long as no one tries to make me look like some Instagram filter, that's fine," the client replied, not realizing she'd just hit the jackpot. Sitting in her wheelchair, Mayla turned and smiled, a mix of tired and genuine. "Tell me everything, and don't start by apologizing for your hair." Instead of pushing a straightening treatment, she asked about routine, how the client saw herself, what hurt most when she looked in the mirror. She suggested a cut that respected volume, treatments that fit her budget, explained what each product actually did, no magic promises. Up front, they were filming a blonde highlight video to a trending song. In the back, with no camera on, Someone was giving a woman her own face back. 2 hours later, the client left with hair far from magazine perfect, but much closer to herself. Before leaving, she asked for her full name. "It's Mayla with a Y, right? But you can call me stubborn. I keep defending hair everybody else wants to fix." The next day, the salon woke up to a new kind of booking, not on the calendar, on Instagram. That ordinary client was actually a content creator, but not the cocktail at the beach type. She posted real talk about self-esteem and real bodies, and she posted a video rant showing a raw before and after and talking about the black, fat, wheelchair-using stylist hidden in the back of a luxury salon, the only one who treated her hair and story with respect. In the first few minutes, the owner thought it was just another random video. Within hours, he started noticing something odd at reception. "Hi, who did you book with?" "With Mayla." "With Mayla too. I came because of that woman from the video, the one in the wheelchair. She's the one I want." The phones started ringing more. The salon's WhatsApp filled up with messages that all sounded the same. "Does Mayla take new clients? Does she have openings for hair transition? I have vitiligo too, I want to go with her." Meanwhile, in the internal group chat, co-workers commented, "Have you seen the video? It's all about her. They barely mention the salon. Her schedule is filling faster than ours." The owner called the receptionist into his office. "What's going on?" "They're booking straight with Mayla. Lots of people. And some said if it's not with her, they're not coming." He took a deep breath, swallowing a pride that scratched on the way down. That same day, he called Mayla in. Not to the back, but to the glass office up front, where only brand reps usually went. "Mayla, I saw the video, and the schedule too. I don't think I understood what clients were really looking for here." She stayed quiet, waiting for the real part. "I tried to build this salon on image. Beautiful pictures, curated feed, people who look like they're from an ad. But the video that blew up was yours, not the neon wall, your appointment." He showed her his phone, emotional comments, women saying they cried, people tagging friends. "I know I kept you in the back. I know I avoided putting you in photos, and I know you noticed." "I did," she answered, without sugarcoating it. After a few seconds, the request came, with very little makeup. "I need you to help me rebuild this place. I want your name on the website. I want you in our videos. I want you to train the team in hair transition and client care." I thought this was all about image. I'm seeing now the image holding this place up is yours, not mine. From that point on, Mayla's wheelchair stopped being hidden behind a column. It moved to the center of the salon. And the same people who once feared vitiligo might scare clients had to face the waiting list to sit in the hands of the woman whose body advertising tries to erase, and whose truth a lot of people were desperate to find. Mayla had always heard two sentences walking side by side. "You're amazing at what you do, and I'm just not sure you fit the image we want to project." Black, fat in a wheelchair, with vitiligo spots no filter could erase, she learned early that the beauty industry loves to sell transformation, as long as the person doing the transforming doesn't disturb the picture. What the salon owner took too long to understand is that real transformation never fits cleanly inside a ring light. It happens when someone sits in a chair, leather, plastic or wheels, and for the first time hears that the problem isn't the hair, isn't the texture, isn't the volume. It's the cruelty in how they were taught to see themselves. Maybe you too have been pushed to the back room of what you do, even while being the best person there. Maybe you've been treated like the invisible technician of beauty, care or service, as long as you don't show up on the cover. If Mayla's story stirred something inside you, comment "I am not a beauty mistake" below. Subscribe to Unstoppable Underrated. Share this video with someone who was pushed aside for not having a feed-approved body. And remember, when the focus moves from the storefront back to the right hands, it's always the wrong-looking professional who proves who's really holding up the mirror.